Today I'm unboxing a new shop vac. I need a new shop vac because the wheel on my old shop vac is broken. It's probably not going to be recoverable after the fire, and I've got some dust and dirt and sand and gravel from old concrete, just kind of leftovers that got dumped onto the lawn that I need to pick up. I was looking at the cost of like a specific leaf and lawn vacuumer, and it seemed like going down that route, especially if I'm going to start investing in cordless outdoor tools, well then I might as well also get a lawnmower, and then also a blower, and then I need batteries, and then I need chargers, and it was going to get really expensive really quickly. If I can suffer through using the shop vac to clean up the yard, then this will do everything I need it to do, and it'll replace the old one, and I'll be good to go there. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to do this with a point of view camera instead of just like, here's the thing on the table, or on, you know, that's kind of a table-ish. So it's going to be a point of view unboxing of the shop vac. Oh, one thing I am excited about for this one is you can actually separate the motor and use it as a blower. So it's not just a vacuum, it's also a corded blower. Okay, so this is the new Ridgid HD1600. I'm really stoked about having a blower that separates from the body of the vacuum. So let's pop this open and see how it goes. Well, we're already a little bit dusty here, so that's minus half a star for Ridgid on that one. This is our tool holder that will, I'm sure, clip on somewhere. And blower extension hose. It's interesting that it has actual like geared clips here. Tooth clips. Come on. There. So like there's no way. That feels like it's a little bit overkill. I've never had, and maybe Ridgid did some research on vacuum accessory parts and things, and they found that like this was a big part of their complaint, because manufacturing this little clip as part of the injection molding for this, as well as these teeth here, that's a definite cost extra. I've never had issue with any of my shop vac parts just kind of falling apart. I've more so had issue with not being able to get them apart when I want to. So now it'll be like, I also have to hold this clip down and try to wiggle this off. So I don't know. Maybe Ridgid knows something that I don't. And then it's just sort of, the whole thing comes out at once. And we got our blower end here, because this is a detachable blower. Now, one thing I'm not super duper stoked about is that it doesn't have a single top handle that I'm used to. It has the two side handles here. So if you're moving this around, and like I kind of don't blame them, this is a little bit larger than the old one that I had, but you can't, I mean, you technically could do this, but it makes it take up a lot more space than I think it necessarily needs to, and it doesn't seem like it wants to stay together that well when you do that. Like it doesn't seem like it's designed to be carried from that. And just looking at how this separates here, because the clips are on the side, that makes me think that it's going to be causing, in the long term, probably some damage there. So, and like just one-handing it on the side is definitely a no-go. Let's pop, oh, that's very nice and straightforward to get the blower motor part off. So that's good. And it goes back in fairly easily. Getting the top off. There's the rest of the accessories. So now we have our hose. Okay, we have a hose. We've got our 3 sucker ends. Is that a sticker? That is not a sticker. That's a please register us card. And that is your instruction book. Oh, it doesn't have the casters on yet, so we get to build it and put the casters on. Oh, it's a car nozzle. You know what? I'll be able to clean the car finally. That's nice. Boy, that's super awkward. Yeah, it actually doesn't say how you should carry it, but it seems fairly clearly made to not be carried by the top handle. All right, so I wonder if this has actual fasteners. With the way that I had to like wobble it back and forth to get it to sit in, it almost felt like it had these sorts of ridges on it, but it doesn't. It's just sticky plastic. There are in fact fasteners for this, which I get to fasten by hand because I'm pretty sure I don't have an appropriately sized bit for my new drill driver. I've got a 3 and a 1 and a 1 and a 3. And another 3 and another 3. Oh no, that's a Torx bit. And then this won't fit in the impact driver, so yeah, we're doing this by hand. I'm a little bit concerned about stripping this as I try to fasten this down because I can't hammer it down at all. But we'll see if I do actually end up stripping it. Okay, if you're not like a complete gorilla about it, it doesn't seem like it's gonna strip. It definitely gets to the point where it's fully sunk. And then casters. I'm actually really looking forward to having much stronger casters for this shop vac, because I had dropped my other shop vac and the cheap little plastic kind of garbage, cheap as possible wheels on the original shop vac brand shop vac. One of them shattered, so I just had to wrap some tape and paper towel around it so that when it was sitting on like the nice finished hardwood in my last house, it wouldn't be scratching it, but it's never rolled properly since. So we should be able to get this to pop in here. There we go. It's funny, they try to make it look like it's all really big and beefy with these standoffs here for the wheels, but then they're just like these tiny little casters. It doesn't seem like it quite fits. But there we go, there's that. Now this lid can go on. It wants to go this way. Oh, there we go. It tabs into the bottom and then pushes in here, if you can tab it in all the way. Let's pop this off again. I am trying to do this correctly. You just put this down in here, but you can see that these guys are bumping in against this. So I'm gonna look for a flathead screwdriver or something I can try to use to push them down. Definitely needed to give these a shove down. There we go. Oh, almost. There. Man, that is a fuss. Well, that's definitely not going to come out now, but if you're having trouble getting this thing in, grab a flathead or a file or something you can use to push those tabs down. Now we can get this put back on. Well, this is one thing I am immediately appreciating. This is not end specific. There's no male or female end. With the shop vac brand shop vac, I had to always like flip it around and get the right end to go on here, and then I had to screw it in, and it was always a bit of a fuss. But with this one, it's just sort of like whichever end you happen to have handy. All right, let's see if this thing can do what I bought it to do. That is way more power than the old shop vac by like a lot. I did notice just now that it doesn't come with a bag, so I'll have to buy some bags for it, but in the meantime I just want to get back to work and get this stuff cleaned up. I'm noticing it shuts off faster. There might be someone thinking, well, like, why not just rake it and then lawnmower it? There are a lot of rocks, like big chunks of rocks that came through the concrete mix that got dumped onto the yard. And running a lawnmower over rocks is not really great for your shins. So yeah, there's some good sized rocks here that I don't want to just lawnmower over, right? Like that's not small. That would really hurt coming at your leg. Well, you know what, actually, I won't use the vacuum. Well, that works a treat.